Hey, guess what? I started assembling the sketchy cart this week. Hey, guess what? It also doesn't work. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Horsepower and Pizza. My name is Bailey. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe because there are so many good videos to come, both of this sketchy cart, its sibling that's going to be the next one, got a drift car that's almost done, and then I'm taking my free Volkswagen Jetta across the country in 2021 on the Horsepower and Pizza We Out Here tour. You're gonna have to subscribe and follow Instagram at Horsepower Pizza to stay up to date with all of that. But the focus of this week's video is that I start to assemble the sketchy cart. I've never claimed to be a mechanical engineer, nor do I ever plan to. I did all of my own engineering on this project, which I'm quite proud of. For any of you that do work with mechanical engineers, you will know that nothing ever works the first time because they don't know what they're doing most of the time. So there's a couple minor adjustments that need made on the front steering and wheel hub assembly, and I will show you that now. So in the past few weeks, you've seen me make the spindle. This is the steering knuckle, and this is the steering connection that will tie into the rack via turnbuckle, and then the front hub is pressed onto the spindle. This is pressed into this. This is supposed to turn on the spindle, like so. This is super simple. This one is pressed in here. I put something on this to press this into here. Yeah, I probably can't even spin it one-handed. So that's where I'm gonna have to make a change. But at least you guys can see how this stuff gets assembled. I may have to change something with the design here. We'll figure that out when we get there. Yeah, this is pressed into here to the point where the interference was so great that it pushed a bunch of material out of the backside. No big deal. If this fits that tightly on all of them, I may not need to put a pin in this way to hold that in there, but we will cross that bridge when we get there too. So with the wheel and tire bolted to the hub on this side, you have this much clearance between the inside sidewall and the steering knuckle. That's why there's that large diameter boss that's like 1.5 inches long on these spindles. Steering knuckle, I have it propped up on the GoPro right now because the point in the top and bottom center are going to be the pivot points when this bolts to the chassis, but I don't have the chassis built yet. Steering connection comes through the turnbuckle. Hey, look, there's the split clamp that I machined last week to hold the steering rack, and then all of this would then get mirrored on the opposite side. So when I made the split clamps last week, I cut the zip ties that hold these boots to the rack, just so I could slide them out of the way and get the clamps in there where I needed them to. So I will be adding new zip ties to that at some point. That's mainly just to keep dirt out of the rack and pinion, and don't want dirt in my rack and pinion. I wanted to assemble at least one side of this to make sure that it was going to work out how I planned to. I wanted to see the spacing and clearance issues on everything. There's no clearance issues here. The only issues that I'm having are tolerance / clearance issues on the bores of the bearings versus the spindle. I need to figure out how I can press the spindles into the knuckles without there being an issue where the hubs don't spin afterwards. So overall, everything fits up the way that I want it to. I just need to figure out some issues as far as making sure everything still spins. I think probably the best solution to that is to press the spindle into the knuckle before I put the hub on the spindle, but I am going to have to remake one of the knuckles and probably another spindle. That's okay because I saved the programs for that. It's just metal. They make more every day. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. At Horsepower Pizza on Instagram, at Pizza Boy Metalworks, also on Instagram. And if you check out at Cold Pizza Podcast on Instagram, iTunes, and Spotify, and they might even be on Amazon at this point. I have not checked yet. Yeah, that's our podcast that I don't really record too often anymore, but I plan to get back into that in 2021, I hope, maybe, we'll see. If you would like to support, head over to www.horsepowerandpizza.com, and if you would like to sponsor a spot on the 2021 We Out Here tour, feel free to message me on any of those platforms. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. Build it for you.